All right, we have something a little different today for everybody. We have been very busy lately and have not been able to do much research or recording, so sorry about that. We were actually at the Pittsburgh Penguins round one, game one playoff game this weekend, go Pens, and just didn't have much time to really get much done. So we have a little mini episode we recorded all the way back in June or July of 2025 that we never really edited or released. It's just been sitting there, and we think it's time to release it. We were looking and doing these episodes a while back, but we just didn't have the time to get to it with Atlas. So we're going to release this one today. So we have an episode still to go out on the Derry Fairy, and we hope you like it, or Derry Fairy. That's what it is. If you guys do like this, let us know. If you like shorter episodes, give us a holler, and we'll try and give you guys some more of that. If not, just give your feedback, listen, the usual stuff. But thank you guys for listening today, and sorry that we are not doing the usual content that you guys are used to seeing. Once again, let's go Pens, and thank you for listening.
Welcome back to
Unknown,
Unsolved
Unseen,
Flash Fridays.
Triple U. I'm not sure if this is called Flash Friday or not.
I like it.
I don't know about the copyright.
Oh, I thought we were calling them mini-sodes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Minisode 1. You guys will see in the title, whatever it's called.
Mini-you, mini-you, mini-you-you. We could call them mini-you-yus.
Mini-you-you-you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can
Should we start
chop
over?
with that. No, it's okay. Let's keep this in canon.
Okay.
So, welcome everyone to our first mini-sode, or mini-UUU, or Flash Friday, whatever it's called. This is going to be our bi-weekly extra episode that will be shorter than others. These will be about 15 to 30 minutes long episodes. They'll cover smaller topics that we can't just justify a full episode for. So we wanted to, I wanted to cover some of these topics. I don't know about Sage. I'm kind of, pushing this on her basically. But there's so many things I want to cover that I just have not had the chance. So we're going to do some of those. Sage, what are your thoughts on this?
No, I like the idea of doing this. I think that it would be neat if we went back and forth.
It's bi-weekly, so it's not regular. Like it's not like every week, so that'll be nice. It only took me a little bit to research this one and write it up.
Yeah, I think I already have a list too of some mini.
We're recording this pretty early, so we can try and figure this out. So this might be like a month, 2 months, 3 months before we actually release this.
Yeah, whatever it is, welcome.
Yeah, we're having a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, we are recording Memorial Day weekend. So, and if you're listening to this now, we're just recording our Penhurst Flannan Isle. So that's how long ago we recorded this.
So let's get into then today's very first episode. We'll be talking about the Derry Fairy. Have you ever heard of this one, Sage?
No, the only thing I can say is that I saw your screen yesterday, and all I went was Derry Fairy, Derry Fairy.
What?
That was what I was doing in my head.
Derry Fairy, Derry Fairy.
Yeah, because it rhymes, and I like that it rhymes.
Oh my god.
What can I say? I'm a child.
Yeah, and you said something about comments I made on the Planet Isles, which I don't know if they'll get edited out or not.
Nah.
You'll get the first half of that one to edit, so we'll see. This is in future, so there might be childish comments from me in the Planet
They
Isles.
probably did not get edited out. Neither did my response back.
Oh my goodness. So let's get into the Derry Fairy. So you know nothing about this?
No, I don't. I've never even heard of it.
It's very little known about, and hence why I wanted to do an episode on it.
That would make sense.
So today we're going to head over to New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Yep. For the first time, at least so far, is New Hampshire. Unless between now and then we did the Betty and Barney Hill abduction or the Exeter
UFO case. 2 big UFO cases, both in New Hampshire. So if we didn't cover those yet, this is our first UFO. This is our first case in New Hampshire.
Gosh, it's so hard recording far in advance.
Hey, we gotta get into the habit.
Now I understand how morbid feels because they're always like, "When's this come out?"
We're going to head to Derry, New Hampshire, specifically to, you're going to love this, Barry Road.
You're kidding me? It's Barry Road. Derry? We're on Barry Road in Derry, New Hampshire, and we're dealing with the Derry Fairies on Barry.
Yes.
The Derry Fairies on Barry Road.
Who's on first?
What?
It's like the who's on first thing.
Oh.
The Derry...
What's on second?
The Derry Fairy on Barry Road in Derry.
And his name is Larry.
The guy in this is not named Larry, sadly.
Oh, darn.
So this goes back to...
Harry?
Nope. 1956, when Alfred Horne... Sorry.
Alfie. Doesn't rhyme as well.
Harry.
Darn it.
But Alfred Horne was out cutting down a tree for Christmas. Some jolly activities were being had.
Wow, and you said that my Flan and Isles episode should have been a Christmas episode because it took place on the 26th of December. And here you are, giving me also a Christmas episode.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I was in researching. I'm like, oh, he was cutting down a Christmas tree. Well, Chris my Kringle, let's shoot down Santa Claus like I normally say.
Oh my god. It's back.
I had to make a comment.
I have a feeling that these like mini-sodes are gonna be like more
Just
slap
goofy.
happy.
Yeah.
Like just because
I'll get into some more serious ones because I do have true crime on here and those will be more serious. But Derry Fairy is just...
Derry Fairy on Barry Road.
Yeah, Derry Fairy on Barry Road.
I love that.
He was having some jolly activities or had, but while he was out there, he found something not so jolly. This is what I wrote.
What's a word that rhymes with Derry Fairy on Barry, but it's not jolly?
Scary.
He found something. He found the Derry Fairy scary on Barry Road.
Oh my god.
He found something scary in the Derry Fairy on Barry Road.
Oh my.
Oh my god. That's so good.
I know.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Alfred Horne comes across a 2-foot tall green creature. He described it as dome-headed, filmy eyes, droopy ears, stubby limbs, and no digits on any of those limbs.
Ew.
I just went, no digits. In case you're wondering, I'm like wagging my finger like, no digits.
It's because when you look at Atlas, you go, no. And you wave your finger. No digits, Atlas. No digits.
No digits, Derry Fairy. That is scary on Barry Road.
In Derry.
So, its skin looked loose and like that of an elephant. Described elephantine, which I did not know was a word. But Horne and the creature watched each other for about 20 minutes. I don't know if I could do that.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
20 minutes! He made straight eye contact.
Well, I don't know if he made straight eye contact the whole 20 minutes, but he's trying to cut down the tree and like looking at the creature too for 20
Can you imagine
minutes.
if you're trying to cut down a tree and you're staring at a creature and you're like, you miss the tree and you like cut a limb off?
Oh my god.
But like 20 minutes you're staring. This
Yeah,
creature in
you're
the
like
eye.
taking glances like what the hell is that thing? There's nothing in the world like this, but you know what? I'll stay here for 20 minutes.
You know what's really creepy is that creature probably had nothing else to do, and so while you were looking away and looking back and forth, that creature was probably staring at you for the whole 20 minutes.
Oh my god. All right. So Horne was curious on the thing and he didn't have many options of what to do after this because he wanted to tell people what happened, but he has no evidence, so people would think he's crazy. So what do? What'd you do in this situation?
Clearly, I would run up to it, give it a fist bump, ask for a selfie, pay it the
In
$25
1956?
that I would need to get a
Yeah.
selfie with it, and then I would run away.
Then I'll have a booth at the Penhurst Paracon.
Yeah,
$25 selfies for the Derry Fairy.
yeah.
Well, he decided he needed to grab it. So he jumped on it and tried to catch it.
Aw.
The creature proceeded to let out an ungodly scream, and Horne retreated from the creature and ran away while the creature ran to the woods because he was horrified by it. So he catched on it and went, "Ree!" Like, I'm not going to scream very loud, but apparently it's a very loud scream.
This creature's giving me Dobby, but with no digits.
No digits for you. No digits.
The best digits.
So, Horn left the area. No creature and no Christmas tree.
No Christmas tree.
I knew you were going to say that.
No creature.
Whenever I put that, you're going to do the no bitches face and say, no Christmas tree, no creature, no Derry Fairy, that's Derry on Berry Road.
I'm literally crying. Oh
my goodness.
Okay.
So the story would go untold for some years, and Horne would actually write 2 letters in 1962 and 1964 to Walter Webb, a UFO investigator who was one of the main investigators for the Dover Demon. We might have mentioned him on episode 8, Dover Demon, callback right there. Webb never did investigate this little green man, though. It would, however, be featured in a 2005 book called Weird New England by Joseph Sitro, and that's how it gained some popularity, and no one's been really back to investigate. And that's really all I have on the Derry Fairy for, what happened, so we can go into some discussion on what we think it is.
That is literally it.
Yeah. Like I
A
said.
2 foot tall, little green goblin looking thing.
Yeah. Goblin ass looking dude.
Was giving me Dobby vibes, but with no digits.
Yep. Yo.
I don't even have a theory.
I only have 2 sources for this. So I got my book. My 2 sources were a website online and the United States of Cryptids.
It made it into the United States
yes,
of Cryptids.
because he wanted something from New Hampshire. So that's by J.W. Ocker. So you can find the source in the description. Sage, here's the picture of the Derry Fairy that he came up with.
Oh. First of all, I thought you said it was green.
There's no color in this book.
Oh. That is the most...
No color.
That's brown.
Brown, like, there's, like, no, like, real color.
Okay, so I'm going to do my best to describe this.
And probably the episode is on Instagram. Probably going to use this picture. Because there's, like, nothing out there of this unless somebody wants to draw it or we draw it for the episode.
So, think... shaved sheep.
Shaved sheep.
Standing on its hind legs. With no digits.
No digits.
Floopy ears. No eyeballs, just black eye sockets. And no mouth. But it's shaved completely. And no, like, snout. Or whatever. It's like a flat face.
No snout. No digits. No bitches.
No eyeballs. It's just like, it literally looks like just skin and like, it's really disgusting.
Yeah, it's
oh my gosh, this mentions Scots too. Scots Irish. Brought over more than just their fierce distrust of the government.
Yeah, because I believe it was from a, like, Scottish people settled on Derry, so J.W. Ocker made a mention, like, did they bring fairies from there? That's like all that mention of that connection.
I guess it was settled by the Scotch Irish.
So, for theories on this, there's really only like 4 things that you can think it is.
Did you read the part where it says about how this town was named?
No, I did. I skipped that part. I didn't care enough about that part.
It says one interesting coda to the story, though, is the town's name. Derry was settled by the Scotch Irish, and it was named for a city in Ireland, a country famous for its fairy folk.
Oh, yeah. So he made that connection, and I guess that's where maybe the Derry Fairy name comes from. I never read Weird New England. Derry Fairy, who's scary on Berry Road.
Filmy eyes.
No, sorry, no. Derry Fairy.
No digits.
Derry Fairy, very scary. Berry Road. We gotta put very scary in there now.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, what's your theories?
There's really only, I think, 4 options. Option 1, alien. Option 2, some type of like fae folk fairy, if you believe in that. Option 3, some type of unknown cryptid or like creature. And option 4, hoax. or not see or hallucination.
Option 5, it's a shaved sheep.
That stood upright. Okay.
Yep.
And stared at him for 20 minutes. I really don't know what take of this. There is not much on it.
Absolutely, this man was hallucinating.
But what did he grab that screamed?
Probably himself.
It was very scary on Barry.
This man was in his mid-70s.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
He was on his own property.
Yep.
Yeah, no. This man, he was on something.
There's our first edit. So is that what you're thinking? He just saw stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go on my option. What I think it is, I don't know. There's not enough to go off here, but I thought it was very interesting.
This is definitely interesting. Very weird.
And
though.
this is also the type of thing, like, as you see, we're concluding already, and it's the 15-minute mark now, at least in the recording, but after editing, this is under 15 minutes already.
It was a fun 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. But, I mean, so you think he's hallucinating? If there really was something there, I'd go the alien route.
Definitely.
I wouldn't say it's a cryptid. I don't necessarily believe in the Fae folk, but I know some do.
I think that like Fae folk is a very broad
it is.
descriptor, and so I think that there are certain ones that I would definitely believe in. Like when we did the episode on the Bridgewater Triangle,
Puckwudgies?
and we talked about Puckwudgies, like that is one that I would believe in.
Okay.
Like absolutely.
I actually listened today to a episode on the Fae folk by Something Strange, so check out their Fae folk episode. So you should check it out too.
I will.
It just came out at this point, but yeah, it's a broad brush. Yeah, I'm going to still go. If anything, alien on this. Second option is hallucinating, because he kept this secret. He didn't tell people. He only wrote a letter to Walter Webb because he's like, I can't tell people. That's too shameful.
I think he either was hallucinating or he had a dream.
Well, no Christmas tree though, so something stopped him.
No creature and no Christmas tree. Christmas was ruined.
No holly jolly Christmas.
No holly jolly Christmas because of the very scary Derry Fairy on Berry Road.
Oh goodness.
So how do we want to end our mini-sodes?
Well, probably our normal sign out. Check our socials, yada yada. Check our Instagram, our Blue Sky, and if you're liking the podcast, share with people. Like, follow, subscribe, rate, review, all that stuff. I'm just going through pretty fast because of your shorter episodes. And yeah, that's about it. So we're ready for the sign off stage, and we're going to hit under 20 minutes on the first mini-sode.
Yep.
And remember
To look for
the unknown,
the unsolved,
and the unseen.
even if it's under 20 minutes.
And look out for the very scary Derry Fairy of Berry Road.
And don't forget your Christmas tree in July.
Yeah.
Well, whenever this is released.
Call it Christmas in July, right? Isn't that what people call it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap this up because we said the outro.